Me now, Staff Sergeant, thank you for joining me again. We've had a couple of very emotional interviews in recent months, and I'm sure tonight will be no exception because this must have brought back everything to you. This is another military base, almost as many people killed, innocent civilians going about their day's work, blown to pieces by this man. What is your reaction?
Well, Piers, one thing, it was shocking to me, and it brought back a lot of memories from November 5th, 2009. And one of the things that I have to ask is, there again, what are we going to do to prohibit this action from happening again, over and over again in our country?
What is the answer? You see, I've tried to debate this rationally with people, but when I have the three gentlemen we had earlier so implacably opposed to any form of new gun control whatsoever, no background checks, carry on having huge magazines of 30 to 100 bullets, carry on civilians having assault rifles whenever they want them, buying them off the shelves in Walmart. If you can't even get those kind of things in any kind of sensible gun control legislation, what hope is there?
Well, right now, today, it appears that there is no hope, but there is hope and is light at the end of the tunnel. One of the things that we have to do is to make sure that our local municipality law enforcement, our state law enforcement, and our military start training together to be on the same sheet of music so that we can handle mass casualty situations, so that it won't be three different agencies working and they're speaking their own language, so that we can get a better handle on situations like this. Two, we need to improve security. As far as gun control, we need to tighten the reins as far as who is able to purchase weapons. My thought is a little different than most. I don't believe that guns kill people, people kill people. We just have to limit those individuals who have access to these weapons.
I mean, it's obviously true that people kill people because they have to fire the guns. But it's also true that there's been a massive escalation in mass shootings in recent years in America, and almost every mass shooting I report on involves an AR-15 assault rifle. It is the preferred mass shooter's weapon of choice. And yet I don't see any logical reason, and you're a military man, why any civilian needs to have one of these killing machines.
Well, a lot of civilians, they purchase them because what you have to look at, Piers, is that a lot of times different fractions glorify an AR-15 or an automatic rifle. If you look at the games like Black Ops or Call of Duty, we have our children playing these games, and it's glorified to see in the graphics of the game where people are being blown to bits. So if you're seeing this as a child and you're growing up, then you think that there's glory in this. Just as well when we talk to kids, when they see me, they say, oh, you've been shot 7 times. You know, you're like 50 Cent. No, I'm not. Bullets hurt. They cause damage that is lifelong.
I think it's a very good point, and I think also it's worth noting that friends of Aaron Alexis, the shooter today, believe that he was addicted to violent video games too, but people will tell you it has no effect. I don't agree. I think it can have an effect.